What, biker? Biker wanna come to my block, yeah? Where they at though? Where's the bikers at then? What, biker wanna come to my block? You wanna come to my block? Yeah? What's up? What is up, bro? What is up? What's up? Come back!
Found and might not be being apprised. This is a stolen moped.
Yep, guys, it's a wolf. I'm back again. This is where we found the Lexmoto Aspire. I'm gonna put a picture above of the area of we've got to search. We've got to do this area periodically. It's constantly looking around for parts as well. As where you find parts. It's where they've turned one of the motorcycles over before. So guys, I'll be back with you shortly. Off a Beartain. So the bike might be here, might be burnt out, or they've taken it and it's gone. I'll carry on looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this part here because it's pointless taking it if there's nothing else here. And there's no ID on it. There's no ID on it to prove where it's what bike it's come off anyway. I have a fair suspicion I know what it's come off, which were a red Beartain Rocky that was stolen about the same time as his Aspire were. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish up at this location and move on to the next location. I'll be back with you again soon. We've arrived at the second location, but I don't see no tracks on floor, not as yet. So I don't really think they've been up here yet, or they've started using it as basically a racetrack. I could be wrong. But the last place I was, you saw tracks basically on the ground. I'm not seeing no parts either. So I'll bring you back if I find anything. Now I've gone inside. I'm not seeing much. I'm not even seeing like cans and things like that, like what they'd left in the last location. But as we've been secured under design of the place, work's just going to get bigger and bigger. And there's been biker on patrol. We're going to see more motorcycles getting recovered up and across the country. I think we were just lucky we just stumbled on the Aspire when we did, because apparently it had been moved 3 times as I was talking to some dog walkers. But the place I was before, they did say that there'd been 3 motorcycles there. That's 2 we know about. I'll give it a few days and I'll do that area again. It's nice going for a walk early in the morning anyway. Gives you some good fresh air. And we don't give up either. It's an ideal location from to dump from here though. There's not many people walk through. It's like dead man's land between the dual carriageway. And there's 3 council estates that back onto it. We will be back up in Yorkshire as on patrol on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if there is anybody that wants to come out with us, we usually take two bikes and a car, but we need to increase the amount of people we're taking out with us. As we've seen, it's a pandemic. I've shown videos. I will post another video from my other channel that clearly shows how brazen they are. Same as the video of the intro. It's got that bad now that the thieves are actually attacking people while they're riding the bikes. I'm not even seeing any tracks at all. Just pretty a bit of a bummer, to be honest. No. I'll go a little bit further down. Yeah, as I was saying, we'll be covering Huddersfield and Leeds, as Leeds seen a massive spike in motorcycle theft. And it's a word I don't really like using, but the scroats have seemed to seem that it's an easy target to ride round with, because we had the pandemic of a so-called virus that they can ride round with the balaclavas on and get away with it. I've always said when it first started, what the government should have done and the courts is make an example of them. Give them a prison sentence, even 13 to 16 year olds. If they're going to do the crime, you do the time, because it's not a victimless crime. Far from a victimless crime, because a lot of people, the way things are with the cost of living crisis, they can't afford to pay for the insurance, so they're having to go third party only. I've said this before, if you're going to get a motorcycle, pay a little extra and get third party fire and theft, because at least then you've got the backup and you can get paid out by the insurance company. I feel sorry for the people that can't, or that can't afford, because it's not their fault. It's just the way the finances situation is at the moment, which it don't seem to be it's going to be getting any better soon. No, it's closed off that bit. We have got a Patreon running, guys and girls, because we are looking to get a van to do more recoveries. Because to be honest, we're going to need it. I say in a month's time we should better get a few. As I'm walking through now, I'm constantly checking for tracks as well. As you see tracks, that's where the bikes have been. If you guys see something that I haven't seen, post the time in the comments box below and I'll come back and have a look. I'm getting to the end of this one now. This is because there's no way they've been down here. This is a smaller wood than where I've just come from. Constantly in bikes drives you crazy. Right guys, let me get out of here and I'll come back. Right, I've managed to get out of there. I'm covered in them horrible things. Yeah, so for security, what I'd say is, one, get rid of your disc locks. They are no good. They're either made from CNC metal or they're made from aluminium or brittle steel. Brittle steel, as I can show you in a video, that they'll smash. They can even smash the brake discs off with a rock, hammer. With little Lidl and Aldi selling grinders at £40. Both the disc locks and the chains can be cut off. But companies like that, all they're in for it is profit. It's like buying a knife. If it's easy to buy a grinder, it's easy to buy a knife, and most of them will send somebody else into a shop. Number 2, fit an alarm. So not just you can hear it go off, your neighbours can too, and people can be alerted. As most old bikes, say from 1989 to 1999, 2000, wasn't immobilised. Some bikes after that date didn't have an immobiliser or alarm. Number 3, fit an AirTag or get hold of a tracking company. I use Spartan for all my bikes. They charge £140 to fit the tracker and £75 a year, which isn't bad at all. At least then you've got the peace of mind, and you're going to get up in the morning to go to work and the bike's still going to be there. Or if it does go missing, it's easy you can find it easy enough. Spartan also contact the police to notify the police it's missing, so police can use the antennas to find the motorcycles or vehicles that have been stolen. I might be waffling on, but the amount of bikes I've had stolen, I won't put anything past the situation the way it is now. Number 4, just don't fit one chain, fit a couple. Make it as hard as possible for them to even think about taking the bike. The harder it is, they're not going to bother. 5, if you can, and your landlord allows you, or if you're living in a private property, fit a ground anchor and then fit CCTV, because some CCTV systems you can buy for £40. We've got one, PTZ. It's connected to Wi-Fi. You only need one wire. It's connected to internet, and if anybody crosses the path of the CCTV system, it'll follow them. It'll pans up. PTZ is pan, tilt and zoom. Do you know, it's so nice and quiet on the morning. Except from sound of dual carriageway, I think I'm getting close to it now. I know there's an house close to where I am. Which you can walk back down and then go back to the car. And then I'll have to outro this video. Right guys, I'll come back to you when I get back to the car. Chat soon. We'll see you soon.